So good morning, guys. It's an awesome day. What day is today? Do I know what day today is? I really don't know. Wait. Oh, it's Tuesday. I was trying to think what day is today because we got here on Sunday, and it's 2 days later, so it's Tuesday morning, bright and sunny. As you can see, I'm sitting outside, soaking some sun. I want to go out to record a video in a couple of minutes, but first I decided to come talk to you about culture shocks. The culture shocks I've seen in Rwanda. Guys, I've been here what? All of 2 days. All of 2 days. And I can tell you, I'm blown away. My mind is like blown away by how so different this place is from Kenya and from Uganda, because I've visited Uganda, from Tanzania because I've been to Tanzania. I don't know about other African countries because I haven't been to a lot more. But Asante is bringing me a chair as I was sitting. Asante, because I was sitting on a stool, so this is more comfortable. So I am blown away by this country. Blown, mind blown. Like, this country shows how much potential Africa has. If only we decided to do better, you know. But I think we are determined to live in mediocrity. I think we're determined to live in mediocrity. That's why we don't try to do better. Yeah, I'm impressed. Like, Rwanda, 100%, 100%. You are doing well. Continue to do what you're doing. Let the naysayers say what they want to say, but you are doing well. So, first of all, I want to say thank you so much. I want to drink some water because I just woke up. I haven't even had breakfast. Went into my nose and I didn't bring any tissues with me. I want to say thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking. That's it. Thank you so much for coming time and again to watch my videos. I really appreciate you guys. Without you, I don't think I'd be this bold to like pursue this YouTube thing. But you guys have given me the courage, the strength, the support, and everything. So thank you so much for clicking. Please remember to give this video a like and comment, because it really helps out the channel. Like, if you like the video and if you comment, then YouTube knows that you're enjoying the video and it recommends it to more people. But if you don't, they think you're not enjoying the video even when you did, so they will not recommend it to more people. And what you're trying to do, we're trying to get to 10K subscribers, and you're also trying to get a lot of views. So please like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, and all that good stuff. And now, without further ado, I am going to tell you 10 or plus one, maybe plus one bonus of my culture shocks that I have seen in Rwanda. Guys, 2 days in, and I can already, it's a place I would live in. I would easily move here, easily move here and live here, because everything is so functional, everything is working. Like, where are we going wrong? Let me know what you think about this, and tell me how it compares to your country. So I have my notebook with me. I wrote them down so I don't forget. Like, when I was moving around and I'd see something that I would be like, whew, I would write it down so I don't forget. So let's first start with the cliche one. The cliche one is that Rwanda is clean and it's organized. Guys, I said it in my last video when I first arrived here, and I'll say it again today. I don't care if it's cliche, but it's the truth. Let me tell you something. At some point, I thought I was in Europe. I've never been to Europe, but I imagine from the videos I see, from the movies, from everything, I imagine what Europe looks like. And at some point, I thought I was in Europe. Like, everything was so organized. The grass so well cut, the roads so clean, the streets so well paved. Like, in Kenya, it's you versus the boda boda. You know, like, you're walking on the sidewalk, it's you versus the boda boda. The boda boda is trying to drive there, you're trying to walk there. There's so many potholes, there's so many uneven surfaces. Even if you had like a suitcase that you're pulling, you can't, because it's like so messy. It's so messy. But here, the pavements are so well paved. Every 2 meters there's a street cleaner. You'll see every 3 meters, every 100 meters there's a street cleaner. They're doing their job. They're doing the gardening, they're doing the landscaping, they're doing the sweeping, they're doing something. I even saw them cleaning up the river. Like they were there in the river trying to pick up the trash. What is the trash? The leaves from the trees, because there are no papers around. Like, why can't we just do better? Why can't we just do better? First of all, if you go to Nairobi, dustbins, they are like 100 kilometers away from each other. I could finish drinking my bottle of water and I don't want to litter, but there is nowhere to dump this bottle of water. But here, the dustbins are everywhere, so even you feel some type of way littering, because you know there's a dustbin next to you, just a couple of minutes away from you. Even downtown, guys, even downtown. I went to like the market area. I was shocked. I was like, what? It's incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible. Cliche or not, I had to say it. I had to say it. So that's out of the way. Let's move on to like now the other things. First, let me tick that so I can know, so I don't say it again. So the other thing that shocked me is, guys, here, Boda Bodas, they have helmets. Like, you as a passenger, you're not allowed to get on a Boda Boda without a helmet. Every Boda Boda guy has his and the passenger's helmet. The minute you stop a Boda Boda, the first thing they do is give you a helmet. Now, in Kenya, it's illegal to drive on a motorbike without a helmet. But who wears a helmet? Even the Boda Boda guy, the Boda Boda rider, no helmet. The passengers, even worse. Like, the government tried to enforce that. The Kenyan government is a very reactive government. When there's many Boda Boda accidents and people are dying and people are complaining, that's when they react and they try to like enforce these rules. But if nothing is happening, they don't try to do anything, you know. So now you'll find, first of all, here it's one Boda Boda, one passenger. It can never be two. I haven't seen, for the life of me, for those 2 days, I have not seen any 2 passengers in one Boda Boda. But back home, one Boda Boda rider, 3 passengers. Ask me, they carried me, Coco Girl, and Favor in one Boda Boda. I am part of the problem. I am part of the problem. We have total disregard for the law. We have total disregard for the law. And I don't care if you guys, if you Kenyans think I'm hating on the country or not, but I'm speaking the truth. This is the truth, and all of you know that it's the truth. So here, it's like, what? I'll take a video when I'm riding around. I'll take a video and you guys will understand. Today I'm just telling you, but I have to show you these things so you can understand, like, organization. It's possible. It's just in the mindset. It's just in the mindset, guys. So that's something that really shocked me. Like, people actually do wear helmets. People actually do wear helmets. They do care for their safety. Helmets are supposed to keep you safe. So why do we resist them so much? Why do we resist them so much? I don't understand. Anyway, ticked. Number 3 is the that people here drive on the right. Okay, I've been to countries where people drive on the right before. It's not like a new thing, but every time I'm home and then I go to, because in Kenya we drive on the left, so every time I'm home and then I go to a place where they drive on the right, it's like always shocking to me. I feel like the driver is sitting on the wrong side on the wrong side of the car, and then I feel like we're driving on the wrong side of the road. Like, it gives me a little bit of confusion every single time. And I find myself, like, if, for example, I'm getting into a taxi and I should go to the passenger seat, I always find myself going to the driver's side here, because for us, we drive on the left, which means the driver sits on the right. But here they drive on the left, they drive on the right, which means the driver sits on the left, right? Left, right? So it's always so confusing. It's always so confusing. Also, when I'm crossing the road, I normally look towards the wrong direction, because for us it's look right, then look left. But here you should start with left, then right. It's always like so confusing. But thank God, no accidents so far. Not so far. No, I'm not going to have any accidents. No, none of that. If you see the light changing, it's like the clouds come up and they leave and something like that. So forgive me, I'm trying to use natural light because I know my front camera my front camera works best on natural light, so forgive me about that. And also, if there's some noise, the guys are doing some cleaning here. They're doing some laundry and all that stuff. Okay, so something else that shocked me, this one like really shocked me. People stop at the red lights. People, cars, bodabodas, they stop at the red light. First of all, wait. Leave alone that. You know the pedestrian crossing or zebra crossing or zebra crossing or whatever you call it? People, no, cars actually stop for people to pass. For us, it's always a game of cat and mouse. You are trying to cross the road. You're trying not to get hit by a car. You're trying not to get hit by a boda. You're trying not to get hit by another human, because there's always human traffic. But here, when there's pedestrians, they stop. The cars stop. Even downhill, like downhill. This is a hill. This is a pedestrian crossing that's here. Cars will stop here and let people. I was like, what? What is this sorcery? What is this witchcraft? That cars are actually stopping for people to pass. It could never be Kenya. It could never be Kenya. It could never be Uganda. I know, because I was in Uganda. It could never be. I'm not sure about Tanzania because I didn't spend a lot of time there. But tell me, is it the same in your country? Like, do cars actually stop for people to pass? I was mind blown, because first of all, there's no police to check. There's no police to check. It's just that people have the discipline. For us, even when the police are there, people will not stop at the red light. Not the cars, not the bodabodas, not nothing. What is this disorganization that we like so much? Why are we so disorganized? Why do we like disorganization so much? I can't fathom it. When I go to societies where things are actually functioning without what being babysat, without people being babysat by like the authorities, like the police, like what? They actually do things because they're supposed to do things in a certain way. I'm always like mind blown. In Rwanda, it's amazing. It's amazing. In Nairobi, we have like traffic lights for aesthetics. I think our leaders, they went to other countries, they saw that they traffic lights, they decided to bring them to Kenya, but for aesthetics, because nobody follows them. It's amazing. It's amazing. Run the people. Run these people. I'm giving you your flowers. I'm giving you your flowers because you're doing a good job. So red time. Okay, the other thing that shocked me is the signs, the buildings, the names of things, they're in French, a lot of French. Well, this shouldn't really be a culture shock, because this is an ex-French colony and they used to speak French for the longest time. But a couple of years ago, I'm not sure how long ago, they changed to English. So I think the older generation still things and reasons in French, because that's the language they grew up speaking in. So there was a lot of French signs. So when we were looking for a butchery to buy meat, I didn't know it was a butchery, because it was like butchery or something, butchery or something. I was looking for the name butchery, but it was butchery or something. So it was like, what? The guys I was with, they said this is a butchery. I was like, what? Okay. I could never in a million years would have guessed. So yeah, that was a little bit of a culture shock, because I expected things to be more in English, and also I expected a lot more people to be speaking Swahili, but no. People here don't speak Swahili. Very few people speak Swahili. Actually, most people speak Kinyarwanda, I think. Not even English. Yesterday I went to a restaurant and I was trying to order food, and it was hell, because I'm like, what food do you have? She doesn't speak English. Mkona chakula gani? This is Swahili. For what food do you have? They don't speak Swahili, so it was hell. I had to tell her, like, take me to the kitchen, show me the food, let me see what I want. But we went there, and I saw what they had, and I chose. And this brings me to my next culture shock. Guys, people here eat a lot of carbs. They eat a lot of carbohydrates, a lot of starch. Let me tell you, when I went to that kitchen for them to show me the food, I saw what they were serving. In one plate, there is chips or French fries, spaghetti on the same plate, rice on the same plate, there's like sweet potatoes on the same plate, and then there's like a couple of beans and a few vegetables, but mostly it's just starch. I was like, no, this is entirely way too much starch for me, way too much starch. I need one portion of starch, one portion of vegetables, and one portion of protein. Like, give me rice just by itself, no rice and chips and whatnot. No, just give me rice by itself, cabbage by itself, and beans in itself in equal proportions. I don't want Like 3/4 of the plate is just starch. It's just French fries. Just what is it called? Spaghetti and chips or French fries or whatever. And also I noticed this in Uganda as well. They eat a lot of starch. A lot of starch. In one plate there's pumpkin, there's arrowroots or yam, there's ugali, which is polenta. I think that's the English name for ugali. There's rice, there's spaghetti. There's like so many starches in one plate. Starch is unhealthy food. I don't want so much of it. It's unhealthy if eaten in such large proportions, you know, so I don't want so much of it. So that was a culture shock yesterday when I went to a very local restaurant because I wanted to like try out local food, and I was like, this is not it. And they found it so weird that I said I didn't want so much starch. They found it a little bit weird, but yeah, that's entirely too much. It's too much starch. So that one I don't think it's something to clap for you about, but it's part of their culture. So you respect other people's culture, you know. You have to, even when you don't agree with it, you have to respect it sometimes. So yeah, that was a little bit of a shock. Okay, so let me take that and let me take the French signs so I don't repeat it. Oh, okay. The other culture shock was street signs. So in Kenya we normally have street names, you know, like this is Kenyatta Avenue, this is Tomboya Street, this is what we have them in names, but here they have them in numbers. I was surprised. They have them in numbers. So they have like KK 123 Street, KK 34 Street, KK what street. So the K, what they told me is that the first K represents Kigali. The second K represents the area. So for example, this area we're in, it's called Kichukiro. So it will be K for Kigali, K for Kichukiro, and then 123 Street. So this is street number 123, Kichukiro. So if you go to another area, for example, I don't know the areas here yet. Let's say it's an area that starts with a B. So it will be K, B, 10 Street or something. K, C, something like 120 Street, 5 Street, something like this. For me, it was like, it was amazing because for us, we're used to names for streets, no numbers. So it was amazing and confusing at the same time. But I think if that's all you know, then it's not confusing for you because that's all you know. You don't have anything to compare it to. But if you're used to names, it's a little bit weird, you know. And especially when I was like trying to give direction to the boda guy, it was a little bit weird. It was a little bit weird. But I got home safely. So I guess yeah, the system works here. It's a little bit different, but it works. That was definitely was it was a culture shock. Okay, the other thing that I want to say shocked me is that Uptown, we went to Uptown yesterday. I was like, where are the people? Where are the people? There's no people. It is so sparsely populated. I know even in Nairobi you can see the difference. You can clearly see the difference between Uptown and downtown because Uptown has way less people. But here it's like there's no people. Where are the people? You're walking the whole street. It's just 2 or 3 of you. There are no people. I know like this country has a small population, but still, it's just clean streets everywhere. It's just organization everywhere. It's just bus stops, really nice bus stops with good roofing, good signage, a chair where you can sit and relax as you wait for your bus. The signage is there. Oh, this is something that I forgot to say. They have signage for bus stops, and it's solar powered. It's like electronic, but it's solar powered. They have these little solar panels there that power these bus stops, you know, the signage. So when you sit there, you can check the bus number, you can check the bus that's coming. Amazing. First of all, when I saw those signs and solar powered, and you can see the little solar panels, the first question was, can this survive a night in Nairobi? Can these solar panels, can they survive a night in Nairobi? Can they? I want you guys to honestly answer me. If the road rails that are put there to keep you safe, they're meant to keep you safe. If people come and cut them off and go to sell them as scrap metal, as second-hand metal, tell me, a solar panel, is it going to survive a night in Nairobi? We have a problem. We have a mentality problem. Sometimes I see people who come to Kenya and they do these videos about Kenya. They're like, oh wow, Kenya. I was mind blown. Nairobi. I was mind blown. And I'm like, what Nairobi are you talking about? What Nairobi? In fact, we Kenyans, we named it Nairobi. That should tell you everything you need to know. Nairobi should tell you everything you need to know. Those solar panels cannot survive in Nairobi for a night. People will remove them and they'll go to sell them. And you guys know it is true. You may not like it. You might think that I'm coming from the country, but it's true. And I'm saying this so we can do better. We can start to question ourselves. Where did we go so wrong? Is it that we don't like nice things? Is it that we don't like to live in nice places? Is it that we don't like cleanliness? Where did we go wrong? Because here things are functional. Why is nobody stealing that solar panel? Why? Why is it there? Why is it that when you go to a bus stop, you don't need to ask anybody questions? This everything, all the information is there because this solar panel is powering these things that's supposed to give you instructions. Why? You let me know. You let me know. I was like, in shock. I was in shock. But what was I saying? It was about the sparsely populated uptown. Like there were no people. It was like so serene, so calm. Coco Girl and I were walking together, and she was uploading a video. And when she closed her laptop and put it in her back, in her backpack, it stopped uploading. So she decided to just carry her laptop on her hand, so she could keep uploading the video. And we're walking in the streets. Nobody is trying to come snatch the laptop. There is nobody. First of all, there is 2-3 people. Nobody is trying to come take it. Mind blown. I was mind blown, and that brings me to my other point: safety and security. Let me tell you something. In Nairobi, you have a backpack. You carry it on the front, because especially if you have like electronics and electrical gadgets like your laptop and whatnot, you carry it in the front because anytime someone can try to open it and remove what you have, it's at the back. But here, you carry it on your hand. Carry your laptop on your hand. You're not worried about anything. You carry your laptop on your back. You're not worried about anything. So yesterday we went to get SIM cards, and Coco Boy's boyfriend was driving us around. So we got to the SIM card place. I would go into the SIM card shop to get my SIM card, and I left my bag in the car. Then while I'm getting my SIM card, I turn around. I see that the car's windows are open. My heart was like, it started beating because I had left my bag inside the car. So I was like, my bag has been stolen. My everything is there. My passport, my everything is there. I was like, my bag has been stolen. So I ran out to go check. I found my bag there in the car, and the windows are all down to the maximum. It's completely open. Nobody is trying to steal my bag. Like in Nairobi, 2 minutes, you leave your car window open, you look away, you look back, it's gone. It's gone. And people say, there's people who commented in some of my videos, and they say that I talk about Nairobi being unsafe too much, like people will steal your things. But this is my reality. This is the truth. I don't know if you live in a different Nairobi, but this is the truth. There are some places which are safe, like inside enclosed spaces, like inside a mall, is safe. What hospitals, schools, these areas are safe. But why don't we have the same safety in the streets? This is my point. In the streets, why don't we have the same level of safety? Why can't I walk holding a laptop like this? Why can't I walk holding my phone like this without worrying like someone will snatch it? Why? Why is it possible here? Why is it not possible back home? Why? What is so special about Kenya that cannot be? It's ungovernable. It cannot be safe. Why? You know, the police here in Rwanda, they're everywhere. You can see them everywhere, and they're there to protect you. You're feeling safe. You're feeling safe. You're feeling protected. In Kenya, you see the police, and you're like, these people, they'll just cause problems and try to get a bribe out of you. This is the difference between our countries, and I'm sorry to say we are doing so badly. Yes, we are the biggest economy in East and Central Africa. Yes, Nairobi is the biggest city, but why must things be so messy? Why? But is it like something in the people? Like, is it inborn that we like messiness? I don't understand. I don't understand. I've turned this video into a ranting video, but forgive me, guys. Forgive me, guys. Moving on. Let me move on, because I can talk about Nairobi for all of eternity because of how bad it makes me feel. So populated uptown, and police doing their jobs. I've talked about that. The police here, they do their jobs. Let me give you an instance. We went to a mall, and I didn't have, I wanted to say Kenya shillings. I didn't have francs, Rwandese francs, that's the currency here, to pay the boda boda guy. So I went into the mall to like change money and then come pay him. This boda boda guy, when I came back, the policeman had already told him to move his motorcycle from the road and put it inside there where someone cannot see it, because this area is not allowed to be parking. You're not allowed to park your motorbikes here. It's like dirtifying the city, you know. So he explained to the policeman that I'm waiting for someone to come pay me, and the policeman was understanding, and he stayed with him there. When I came to pay him, the policeman just left, no questions asked. Nothing. In Kenya, before you explain that you're waiting for someone to pay you, they will take your motorbike, throw it into the Mariamu. Mariamu is the police Land Rover, or the Kanjo. The Kanjo is the city council who are in charge of the city's cleanliness. They'll take your things away before you even get a chance to explain that you're waiting for someone to come pay you. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We live in a ridiculous nation. And I'm always so proud to be Kenyan, but when I go to Rwanda, I was like, no, we need to do better. We need to do better for sure. Okay, now moving on to the lighter side of things. We've been too serious. Let's move on to the lighter side of things. Here, I noticed something about the ladies here. First of all, everywhere you look around, beautiful women all around you. These women are stunning. They are stunning. Left, beautiful woman. Right, beautiful woman. And then something else I noticed is that majority of them are very tall and slim. Like in back home, people have big hips. People tend to have like, women tend to have like big hips, big bums, everything. But here, majority of them, they're like tall and slim. It was really hard to see someone with like big bums and big hips. I don't know if it's the genetic makeup. Seeing even the president here, he's very tall and slim. So I don't know if it's in the genetic makeup or why people are like that, but that's something that I noticed, that majority of the ladies here. So tell us, Rwandese people, is it genetic makeup, or do you guys work out, or what is it? What is it? Yeah, that's just, by the way, something that I noticed, that I was like, I'd like to know if it's working out or if it's like the genetic makeup or what. Then the other thing I noticed is I went to a bus stop in the evening when I finished eating in that local restaurant. I went to a bus stop. I wanted to take a bus back to where I stay, but the queues were too long. The queues, because people queue. People line up. I know here still, back home, still people line up, but not everywhere. Here it was like there's no bus. People are just queuing, waiting for the bus. There's places to sit down. People are sitting, waiting for the bus. It's just organization. And then the other thing is, like, they had these big speakers blaring out music, like cool music, you know, like soul music, R&B, blues. And I was asking myself, these speakers, because they're big speakers, like public address system, I was asking myself how long those things can last in Nairobi. You know, like here they're just there, people are being entertained, they're enjoying it, whatnot. But in Nairobi, trust me, they will not last the night. They will not last the night. And you can say that I'm hating on the city, but even you know it is true, they will not last the night. And I'm like, why? Why are we like this? Why? We have a very poor mindset, because it's all in the mindset. We have a very poor mindset. How are these people so different from us? But how comes they like organization? It's in the leadership and in the mindset. I think here, if you stole something like that, the penalty would be very harsh, so they wouldn't even think of doing it. But I think back home, if you steal something like that, you bribe the police, you get away with it. That's why people are not afraid of breaking the law. We live in a lawless state, a lawless nation. I said it. People are not afraid of breaking the law because they know they will bribe their way out of any problems. I said it, and it's the truth, and you know. And that's why we can't have good things around, because people will not let them sit. They will always try to destroy them because they know they can get away with it, and that is the truth. Guys, I'm worked up. I'm worked up because we could do better, but we don't want to do better. so I'm worked up. Forgive me if I'm ranting too much, but this is the truth. It is the truth. I think I've said more than 10 now. I think I've said more than 10, but let me do like an additional one that really shocked me. Because yesterday when we came from the uptown area, I was looking to eat like local food. So we went to a place and we asked for like a local food experience, you know, like a food market, a place where you can sample different things. That lady looked at me like I'm crazy. The lady we were asking like, where is the local food market, street food market? She looked at me like I'm crazy. She was like, what? Street food market? She referred me to a restaurant. I was like, no, it's not a restaurant. I want like a street food market. Say, no, we don't have those here. We don't have what we call vibandaskis, like very local places to eat. A kiosk, food kiosk, very local. They don't have those here. You will not eat in Nairobi, even in uptown. You will see vibandaskis. They're made of what, sacks. They're made of old sacks, recycled sacks. They're made of plastic bags. Like they look like they could fall at any given moment. But here they don't have those. That lady looked like she looked at me like I'm insane, and I tried to explain to her what I want. She was like, I'm sorry, we don't have those here. But you can go to this area. She directed me to that area. It's like a market area where they sell shoes and clothes, and maybe there you can find local restaurants inside those areas. And that's where I went. But it was like a proper restaurant. It wasn't like a kibandaski. It wasn't like a food kiosk, you know. It wasn't. They don't exist here. I felt so stupid. I'm bringing my Kenyan disorganization in an organized country. Who the hell do I think I am? That was a complete culture shock. It was a complete culture shock. Yeah, but I love that they don't have those, because they makes it more clean. It makes it more organized. They do. I think the government creates like proper markets for people like those to go sell their food there. But along the roadside, they don't have them. They don't have them. Yeah, so I've been ranting for 32 minutes because this has been a rant. But I'm ranting because I want us to do better. Because I know we can do better. Rwanda is doing that. Rwanda is doing it. There's nothing so special about them. They just decided they wanted to do better than by their country. This is a country that a couple of years ago, 1994, 1990s, it was a mess. People were killing each other. There were the Hutus and the Tutsis, the two major tribes. They were all up in arms against each other, killing each other. And I think you guys know about the Rwandese genocide. But look at them now. They decided to put all that back behind them and move on. And they got good leadership. They got good leaders who want to see the country progress. They got leaders who want to see the nation actually develop, because they cannot talk about the same things over and over again. And that's why this place is very, very functional. And the people also may change their mindset. They decided to move together as a country, and that's why they are where they are. Sorry to say, but in a couple of years, I think Rwanda will be far ahead of Kenya. Far ahead. And for us, the problem is our mentality. Our mentality. You have a very bad mentality. You have a very poor mentality. So we need to change. We really need to change. I'm talking mostly about Kenya because it's my country. I don't know if your countries are the same. So let me know if your countries are the same. If anything I said shocked you, if it's different from your country or if it's the same. I know it's only day 2. I know I'll find like a lot more culture shocks. I'm ready for that. Depending on how people like this video, I might do a part 2, depending on the other things that I find along the way. Yeah, but I needed to get that off of my chest. I needed to get it off of my chest. I'm happy that I have. So let me know what you think about this video down in the comment section below. Let me know if your country is functional like here, if it's dysfunctional like Kenya, if you just go by the grace of God like we do back home. Let me know, guys. Let me know. Please remember to like this video, a comment. The comments really help out the channel, because the video gets recommended to more people, because YouTube knows that you enjoyed the video by engaging the video. Engaging is the liking and the commenting. So yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So today we're going out to film some content. I just wanted to let you know my first impressions of this country before we move on with our things here. And I hope you enjoyed it. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. Bye, family. Bye.